Yeah. Holla, we them boys. Holla, 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 we making noise. Holla, holla, we them boys.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Welcome to another episode of Cowboys Talk. I'm Rahul. This is Ritika. We're a brother-sister duo that love Cowboys, love talking about the Cowboys, and here we are with our 5th episode, and it's been a little delayed. We had a very unfortunate and unforeseen event happen in our family. We lost a very near and dear person to us, our uncle Krishna, who was very special to both of us. He was like a friend, like a father, and a role model for both of us. And his loss has been immense on both of us. Like it's a lot to deal with because of how much he meant to us and so many people and so many lives that he touched. And it's just been so unfortunate. It was too soon for him. And he had, beautiful kids, adorable little kids that love him so much too, that he's watching down on now. And just want to tell him that we really, really miss him. And he was also another huge Cowboy fan too, and loved watching Cowboys games with him too. So I want to dedicate this video for my uncle Krishna. And I'm sure he would have loved this video, and he's been loving all our videos so far, and he would have had a lot to say about all the stuff that's gone down in the last 2 weeks. So we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk through him too. I'm going to channel him in today. All right, so we're going to get to business. Let's go.
Quick funny story about him. So we were talking about Cowboys games, and I call him Apu Mama. That's our nickname for him in our house. But
like the guy from Simpsons, we made fun of him for that too.
So I said, Apu Mama, like, we were talking about a game. He's like, yeah, I wasn't able to watch it because, I was taking care of the kids, work, XYZ. So I'm like, dude, like, how did you miss the game? Because we're Cowboys fans because of him, He's the reason why we're doing this podcast right now. So he's like, I'm telling you, and mark my words, there's going to come a time in your life later where you're just going to stop watching these games. You're going to not be able to watch them. And it's going to be okay. And I'm like, that's never going to happen. I can't imagine myself, even if it's Cowboys versus Browns, not watching a game at like 10 a.m. now that I'm on Pacific. Yeah, so he said it's going to happen. Stay tuned. We'll see. But
yeah, nice. And I love that you threw that Browns joke on here. Another shot of my boy Darren. All right. So first, before we move on to last week, I want to talk about week 1 because we missed it. And actually, scratch that. There's another thing I want to talk about. So just a few days ago, we had the Emmys award that was aired on TV. And, it's different because everything was done, with everybody being socially distant and everything. And people were watching it from their home and accepting awards from their homes. And it was very cool. And I just want to show you guys a clip from the winner of the Best Supporting Actor of the Year. So here it is. Who's the winner, Jimmy?
And to the nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actors in a Comedy Series, I love y'all too. Good luck. Here are the nominees.
Offense.
Pass interference. Offense, number 13. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
So Gallup could not get away with it. Would have set him up at about the 15-yard line.
Extending separation, Chris, and I think he's got his arm out there, but I just don't see him forcibly push him off.
I agree. I thought the same thing.
And the Emmy goes to
Ramsey with Gallup. Offensive interference is called. And that put the dagger into the Cowboys' hopes.
Congratulations, Jalen Ramsey, actor, the best supporting actor of the year. Bravo, bravo.
Literally,
Moved out to Jacksonville and became Mr. Hollywood, selling that. Oh my God, this pass interference call. Oh my God. Wow, way to sell it. Holy cow. What the heck? And the refs fall for it.
once again.
This is Des Caught It Part 2. Do I need to add another hashtag to my intro?
I mean,
Hashtag Des Caught It. Hashtag that was not pass interference.
it's bad enough we haven't gotten over that. And like now this. So
Every time against us on primetime TV. Like, why? Every time. Oh my God. And then people want to talk about the whole like hands to the face
ridiculous.
or
Unnecessary. There was no offensive pass interference. Like you look at it from any angle.
no, but well, mine was like that was a defensive penalty that should have been called on Dallas for the hands to the face on Dallas that happened early in the game. It was like, oh, well, you guys got away with that, so you can't really complain with this pass. No, we can definitely complain about that. You know how many holding calls are like not called on every play? You know how many hands to the face stuff is not called on? But pass interference, that's a huge play because that was like 30 seconds left in the game, and that puts us in the red zone with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Right.
Come on. With 3 points down.
Let's just backtrack to that game and talk about it because season opener, primetime game. But I don't think we delivered like we should have delivered. There's a lot of big expectations. Mike McCarthy coming into the season, Zeke's coming in hot. We got CD, but CD was nowhere to be seen in that game.
I don't fault him in there because it is the first game of the season, no preseason.
Yeah, but there's
new head coach, just getting used to everything. I don't fault it too much because it does take a little bit of time. That's why you have preseason games so the coaching staff can get used to it. New defensive coordinator, new head coach, a lot of new things going on over there.
I do recall you were the one that sent me that meme with the Jason Garrett in disguise as Mike McCarthy.
Yes.
Let's go for it.
Now we know what's going on. Okay, yeah, that I do not agree with it. I don't fault him for that. 4th down.
No, those are good decisions, but I think there's a time and place for everything, right? That wasn't the time and place for it.
There is a time and place for it. That wasn't it.
Yes, 100%.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it all came down to that pass interference call.
100%, which shouldn't have happened.
Which was BS. But, and yes, I get it. A lot of haters will also say this, that like, you should have never been in that position. But to them, I say, shut up. That was not a pass interference call.
Very quickly to week 2's game. So let's talk about Cowboys versus Falcons. First home game. So very rough start to the game. Tuned in a little late, I'm not going to lie. But I'm like, oh my God, how did we get here? There's no coming back. But as always said, Cowboys are a second half team. So stuck to that, and that we did too. So let's talk more about Cowboys versus Falcons.
3 fumbles in the first quarter. 3 fumbles. We practically handed that lead to the Falcons.
We did.
Think about it. Outside of that, they didn't do much more.
I mean,
they had that lead because of 3. One of the turnovers I think was recovered. 2 turnovers, what they got. So I mean, their big lead was essentially from turnovers.
So I will.
They did not do much.
So used to be a big fan of Joy Taylor, Colin Coward, idol. I want to be on my podcast, but after her comment last week kind of rubbed me off the wrong way, so having different feelings now. But she said that the Cowboys did not win the game. The Falcons, getting my birds confused, the Falcons lost the game. So, yes, it is true to an extent. However, you don't make a comeback like that just to So
No, yeah, and that's the thing. The Cowboys came back to win that game, overcoming how far back they were that early on, and they made their way back. And yes, they made some bad plays early on in the game, and also, and this is another thing I want to talk about, that fourth down call. Not needed in this one. That fake punt that he did. I mean, come on, what the hell?
When I play Madden with Raz, my little cousin, one of the triplets, he's just always faking it. Why are you doing this?
Here's the thing, if you are, hold on, I'm getting kind of confused. Was that fourth down fake punt in the Rams game or this one?
No, that was the Rams game. That was the Rams game. That wasn't this game.
Damn. Okay, we're gonna cut this out. Okay.
Wait, we're making these gutsy calls, gutsy moves. I see where Mike McCarthy is trying to set the precedent. But moving forward, we don't need to be doing this early on. And these are this is Falcons, Rams. Albeit Rams are in the middle. But we're playing the Seahawks this week, We can't be making moves like that aren't, justified. You have to think about it. Where are we? What are we doing? Is it worth it? I appreciate the gutsiness, but is it worth it at the same time, And going back to it, talking about our defense and all of these turnovers in the first quarter with the Falcons, our defense is hurting. But then again, what's new? Sean Lee's always out every year. So that's not new. But, Van Der Esch is out now too. We're losing a lot of players. So our defense isn't what it needs to be. We have a stacked defense, but it's not there. So that's the issue.
Yeah, the fake punt was actually against the Rams. You're right. So
fact check.
Yes. All right. But we did go for the 2-point conversion in here, which I did agree with.
I did not, but I see your point. I was maybe we should have waited for the second touchdown and then move forward, but I thought it was too early to call that.
But no, you got to do that at that point in time so you know what you're working with later on. And even Shannon said this too. I was watching him, and he said this as well. He's Skip. I didn't understand them going for 2 points early. You got to wait later on. No, you don't wait later on to try that on, because if you don't make it at that point in time, too bad, so sad, go home. You try it early so you know what you're working for, so you can make play calls accordingly. We need a quick drive to score, try an onside, whatever we got to do. You can do it at that point in time. So go for it early if you know it's a 2-possession and 1 2-point conversion game. So get it out of the way so that okay, we didn't make it. We're going to have to try something else. Because if you don't make it on that second time, you're out of time because you didn't know you need to save more time for later on. So I agree with that. So here's the thing. Mike McCarthy did good game management, but also made some really crappy calls as well, which I think they will figure out and they'll get onto that. In the Rams game, I was trying to make the point earlier, I was confusing the two, but because I hate doing 2 games back to back. You start combining them. The Rams game, the complaint that I had was you're not reading what's going on. Like when you're trying to fake punt and you know your defense is not able to stop the run, don't fake it in your own territory when you're down. And you know that you can't stop their offense from running the ball down. Don't take that kind of chance. Give them more field to play on. Give your defense more of a chance. But I mean, you have to read it right. And that fake punt into like it was that special teams was pretty stout for most games. They weren't giving room. They weren't backing up. They did not have room to run up right down the middle. I don't know what you're thinking. So these are the kind of things that Mike McCarthy needs to think about when he's making these play calls next time around, because it just didn't make sense to do those fourth down plays that he made. Like, don't go for it in that point in time. Right. But I think he'll figure it out, because here's the thing: at the end of the game, like he did, his game management did win us that game, and we got very lucky with that onside kick. What an onside kick that was! Holy cow! Greg the leg.
I was like, let's go. Let's do this. Like that's some stuff you see on Madden. Like that's not real life.
Not even Madden. That's some stuff you see on, like, Remember the Titans or something. It's some like Disney football movie.
That's some stuff you
Rudy came back to kick that thing.
Remember when Warren Sapp blocked my field goal? That's exactly.
I still don't know how it happened. She was playing Madden. I think she was, like 9 years old or something like that at that time. And she played Madden against me. And it was like last few minutes of the game, and it's a close game. And she blocks a field goal, and she did nothing. It was just the computer doing it. And it was Warren Sapp that did it. And ever since then, she's always remembered and like that Warren Sapp every time he comes on screen. Thanks for blocking that field goal. It was even though it was his Madden like persona that did it.
That was definitely a user control.
Oh yeah, was it?
Yeah, I want to Madden like user play. Yeah.
User sack.
Thanks, Madden.
All right. Okay, so we got to move on now. Let's go. What's next?
This week. What's going to happen tomorrow? Sunday.
Man.
Game of the week. America's game of the week.
America's game of the week.
It's so much when they say that. I'm like, oh God. Last time that happened was like, it reminds me of like Packers games.
I'm nervous about this game. And I'm going to share the video of, probably will post it before this one, our picks for the season. We still haven't, we recorded it a while back. We still haven't uploaded it. But we'll put that up. But if I remember right, I picked the Seahawks to win this game.
Pause here. Do you remember the last time we played the Seahawks?
Yes, and it was an amazing game.
Yeah. Last year playoffs, we beat the Seahawks.
Yes.
Huge win for us. So, and that time too, Seahawks were on fire.
Yeah, they were. That's true.
If is good.
You mean if he gets out of there? If is good.
Little Hercules reference. If we're able to pull this win off the same way, there is hope. And I think we can do it based on our theory that we always choke against teams like the Falcons and the Browns, but against stellar teams like this, we're able to pull the W pretty easily. So I'm writing that, and I'm saying Cowboys W week 3.
Classic Cowboys too. Yeah, seriously, like what happens to us? Like we're like so good against great teams and then so crappy. We've been doing this for a while, but this was like Jason Garrett era where like we play to the other team's level. I think it's going to be different this time around. I haven't been proven that so far, but I feel like it will change. Because here's the thing. Sure, we have not been great last 2 weeks, but we are 1-1. The Eagles are 0-2. The Giants are 0-2. The Redskins are the only team that are with us at 1-1. And I have absolutely – oh, sorry. Did I say Redskins? I meant the football team is 1-1.
That's politically correct. It's the Washington football team.
I'm so sorry if I offended anybody. We're talking about the football team, the one from Washington. That's the one we're talking about. So the football team from Washington, they are also 1-1. So sure, we can afford to lose this game because we ain't got much competition in the league. But we are not going to lose this game. I have full confidence in the team. I think we're going to get this thing around. And after that comeback that we had with Atlanta, I think that is exactly what this team needed, was to believe in themselves and to get that little fire behind them, you know, like to get them really like going like, we can get this done. We can win. We can overcome when we were down by 20 plus points. So that's what we needed to get into Seattle. Go to Seattle and beat the Seahawks over there. I know Russell Wilson is having a great year like he most of the time always does.
It's
but
time to humble him.
2 of their defensive linemen are out.
That's true. That's huge, and that's what we have to capitalize on. So
that run game needs to be stout. Yep. Zeke needs to run all day. Dak needs to do the option.
And Zeke's
we're gonna get them
performing well, unlike last year where it definitely showed that he went to Cabo. He definitely is showing up. So I have faith.
That is true.
As a classic Cowboys fan, I think we're going to win this game. And we're going to win the Super Bowl.
We're going to the Super Bowl. You know what? Like, I'm
Cowboys Super Bowl year where, like, it's COVID and no one's at the Super Bowl game. The Cowboys are there.
This is our year. This is our year. Again, let's go back to the episode 1. Top 5 things Cowboys haters say.
This is our year. Literally.
Oh my God. Okay, but I think we got this game. Score predictions. What do you think?
I think it's going to be Cowboys 34, Seahawks 27.
34-27. Okay, that's a pretty good score. Let's see. So originally I did pick the Seahawks to win this game. But
I'm changing it up now. You can't be doing that.
No, that was at the beginning of the season. But now after seeing week 2, I can change my mind right now. I can change it. That was my preseason prediction. This is during season prediction. It's completely different. All right, so we're going to go with – I'm going with the Cowboys, and I'm predicting a very high-scoring game. I'm going to say 42-36.
Wow, I was going to think you're going to say 42-38. All right.
36. What?
I said 44-22.
Is that gonna be your score 2 now? You wanna lock it in?
You drink.
44-22. We build it up.
All right.
We're gonna win this weekend. We're gonna talk to you guys after the Cowboys become 2-1, and the Washington Redskins. Who are they playing? This is something to look at. Hold on.
You mean the Washington football team?
Oh my God! Yes. I'm so bad at this transition. Okay, so we have
Browns. Great game.
Oh, the Browns. Darren, this is the one time I'm voting for your team. Come on. Get it done, Browns. Win. Beat the Washington football team. Beat the football team. Beat a football team, Browns. Beat a football team.
The 49ers play the Giants. So if the Giants lose that game, that's speaking volumes because the 49ers team just all went on the IR report. So,
but they still won that game too.
Yeah.
And they beat the New York Jets. And they're playing in the same stadium against the Giants.
Yeah.
And the 49ers are like, a lot of players are like, I don't want to play on that field. I don't know what they did to their field, but it was really bad. Because everybody was complaining that the field was very sticky and like it just wasn't good to play on. And that's what caused a lot of the injuries. So I am worried about the Cowboys going into New York to play that game over there. They better fix that stuff over there before my boys go over there. And the Eagles are playing the Bengals.
Yep, Joe Burrow.
Yo, Joe Burrow needs to get it done. Let's go, Tiger King. Come on.
Tiger King. The return of Tiger King.
And I'm going to cue that meme that we saw of Carson Wentz that you sent.
Literally dead on the field.
This dude is not going to survive the season. I'm sorry, man. I hope he doesn't have to go to New York anytime soon because that's not going to end up good. Oh, my God.
Well.
And I am okay. Can I say this? I am so if he gets hurt this season, if Carson Wentz gets hurt this season,
happening. It's bound to happen.
I want to go out and talk so much smack to every Eagles fan that made fun of Tony Romo for always being hurt. What's up?
What's good?
What's up with your quarterback again? How old is he compared to when Tony Romo was getting hurt? And how stout was his offensive line versus Tony's offensive line when he was originally getting hurt and banged up? And later in his career, like, there's so much to open up over there. I would love to have that conversation with Eagles fans. Oh, my God. You won your Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. I'm sorry, Jerry hired a backup substitute teacher to take us into the playoffs when Tony went down. John Kitna.
Yep.
But
TBT.
that is the only reason they have a Super Bowl. And there's a statue of a backup quarterback outside their stadium instead of Carson Wentz, which I'm sure he loves driving to the game day every day, seeing that statue of Nick Foles as he goes to greet his team. Must be nice. But yes, I'm done now with my Eagles pitching.
We'll see. Let's wrap it up, and we shall reconvene after Sunday.
Let's go, Cowboys!
Go Cowboys!
2-1. Let's go.
All right.
Beat the Seahawks. The second bird of the year. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's duck hunting season. But we should say maybe Seahawk hunting season. That's not a thing, but still. Bird hunting season. All right. Now I'm rambling. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah. Hola.